if you're viewing a landed home, right, and you're only looking at the very nicely done up kitchen lah, marble flooring lah, beautiful lighting
then you might be walking straight into a 500,000 renovation bomb. Today we're going to show you 5 sneaky red flags that blow up your budget that most buyers miss.
Anyway,
See
welcome.
this early or
Regret later.
okay, welcome to another episode of Property Roundtable. A bit corny today, but just for fun, you know.
Yep.
And welcome to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself and Rama, bringing value to your journey of buying and selling a property in Singapore. Some guys see us as the landed people, and so yes, saw a landed property in Singapore as well. So Rama, what happens?
Anyway, just a little bit. I don't have any red flags, so I just decided to bring the 2 Singapore flag. So bear with us, okay?
yeah.
Anyway,
Don't have
when you guys SAF one, bro. Actually, I wanted to stitch 2 together to make a red flag. Then I see, better don't just use Singapore flag.
Okay, can.
Anyway, guys, when you step into the landed house nowadays, right, you realize not only the owner, the agent, they'll doll up the house put on all the lights until the house looks so nice. But bro, I tell you something.
Yeah.
The painful stuff is usually the things that you guys don't pay attention to, because at the end of the day, when the house is up for sale, we, as real estate agents, we will doll it up. And we will definitely hide things. And these are the 5 sneaky things that we're going to discuss today.
So what we're trying to tell you is what it really means to you if you miss these points and what you actually have to do. So red flag number 1.
All right.
Structural cracks and sloping floors. Hey, Rama, what do you mean by sloping floors?
Actually, this will be interesting. People are thinking of popping up tiles, but what is sloping floors?
Yeah.
You'll be shocked, okay, that landed houses, some of the clients that, we have actually served, we have brought them, not purposely brought them to the house, but we also know where these houses are in certain estates, okay, because of their road works and all these things. The foundation of the ground is not very good, so it has sunken in over time. So naturally, there will be some kind of sloping inside the house, which you can feel it. You can't see it with the naked eyes, but you can feel it when you walk. But they would have dolled it up. Okay? Yep.
So, one of the, case in point, we share a case study. There was a listing in my area, my estate. And that house was in the market for quite some time.
Okay.
One of the reasons was there was actually, when you go to the 2nd floor or the 3rd floor, you find that the common area is a bit sloping. You go into the bedroom, you find it's a bit sloping. So, the property was in the market for a while, and of course, at the table, right, we definitely would have brought our clients to have at least spotted this property. But we actually advise them against buying it because we know that these sloping floors are not like a straightforward thing to deal with. It could be something structural. Even though there were no cracks, but it was something structural. But of course, the property ultimately got sold. I mean, congrats to the agent who sold it. But I don't know whether we should congrats the buyer who bought it because they're probably in for a roller coaster ride.
But if you are one of those buyers, actually I know you are, but if you're watching this show, we escaped it.
Okay, so when we go in and we see things like, okay, how about structural cracks? Rama, how would you explain what a structural crack is like? How would you identify it as a structural crack versus like a paint crack?
Okay, you see, at the end of the day, as real estate agents, okay, when we go into a particular house, we see, okay, bro, we got to market this house and we have to sell it somehow, right? Even if I see a normal crack, which is a paint crack, right? I would still encourage them, I think we need to touch this up. Because I just don't want the buyer to pinpoint and ask me, hey, Rama, Harvey, what is this crack? Then I have to answer the question, right? So, but your question is, how do you identify whether it's a paint crack or a structural crack? Okay, of course, for that, right, it's an even deeper dive. Of course, we sometimes need to know where the main beams are. We need the floor plan and all this stuff. So, in order to look through even deeper. But again, sometimes I also ask myself, Rama, are you the subject matter expert here? Right? Certain questions we may not have the answer. So we will get the right person to answer these questions. But the very first person we always ask the question is the owner themselves.
So, of course, at the table, we do a fair share of buy-side representation. We bring clients to houses like that. And I think maybe as a short tip, something like a structural crack would probably, like what Rama rightly pointed out, is the location of where it is. If it's closer to like a beam closer to like a column, then perhaps that could be structural.
Yep.
So, but of course we don't call ourselves expert, but our experience will probably cause us to have like our antennas will be raised, right? Then we'll be like, okay, this one maybe we bring in an expert to come and check it out, right?
But actually, bro, I feel a little bit generous today, bro.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes, right, we always look within.
Yeah.
We don't look outside.
Yeah.
So you know houses, right? They
Yes.
got left side neighbor,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
side neighbor.
Yeah.
Suddenly you buy this house, you got all these questions. Then you see the next door neighbor, just renovated, or super original. So what are the questions you'll ask? Hey, when did they finish their renovation? When they did their renovation, this house got any problem or not? These kind of questions you can ask.
Yeah, of course. And again, maybe for a layman, we'll probably put it across this way. If you go inside the house, you feel like the place like, is it just me or is it not very flat? Or, you know, you can always, I have this theory, I don't know if it makes sense. Maybe I'm old school. Last time I brought my buyer to a place, I said, hey, next time we come and do second viewing, right, I should bring along a marble.
Marble?
A goli. You put on the floor, you see whether it will roll to the corner or not. Because this one no need to, this one clear cut, right? I say put water, maybe the seller not happy. I put one marble, then it rolls, right? The goli lah, old school, right?
You know what? That'll be an amazing experience for the seller himself, because I'm sure not many of his sellers would have experienced this before lah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, that is a big topic in itself. It's hard for us to cover everything, but you get the point, right? Some things are beyond just patchwork.
Yep, that's red flag number 1. Okay.
Now, we go into the next red flag, which is waterproofing and moisture issues.
Right.
This one can be a big thing or can be a small thing. But Rama Evan once told me this. He said, bro, do you know what is a silent killer? No? He said, it's water. He said, why leh? Because waterproofing can be quite a big issue to tackle.
Yep.
So Rama, how would you identify from the eye what could possibly be a waterproofing issue?
Actually, for waterproofing, right, it's all visible signs. Visible plus, got one more extra thing. Feeling one. Feeling. The feeling one later I explain. But the visible one is very straightforward, right?
So you go inside the house and keep feeling all everywhere.
Bro, that's why people are wondering why am I touching the wall? Why I keep touching the wall? Okay, there's a reason why I touch the wall. I mean, you go viewing on a hot day, right? Then you touch the wall. Hey, how come the wall a bit moist, like, a bit.
It's good construction, bro.
Wow, then
marble on the wall, bro.
No lah, provided there's no tiles lah. You know what I mean? But naturally, I would want to see what's on the other side. Suddenly, the kids are turning on the aircon 24/7. Okay, that makes sense why it's cold lah. But there may be other reasons why it's cold. You know, but
so
I'm not going to.
Some visual signs. Like
Okay, visual signs very simple, bro. You can see decoloration.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very obvious sign. So
like yellow like that.
the funny part,
Is it
bro.
yellow like this?
Yellow, brown, like that, bro. So it's an interesting thing, right? People like us, when we go for viewing, right? Then the owners, the buyers, right? They go and see the house. Wow, the house very nice. Then you see these two clowns here, right? Looking up, then looking up on this side, the corner. Yeah, then we're looking down. Then
I'm looking up because I praying, bro. I'm praying that this is finally the house after the 30th viewing that you can close already.
Yep. But bro, that one cannot, but I can't do 30 houses anymore already because we already do a lot of houses anyway.
No lah, we finally we have found a method, a framework. Wow, must sound sexy.
Yeah.
That shortcut the process.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So you also save a lot of time.
Framework.
But apart from looking up and looking down at the corners, right? We also, we said 5 sneaky red flags.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to look behind the bed behind the cabinet it'll be a bit awkward. But I don't need to walk with the agent who's showing the house to my buyers. I still walk around myself. I look at the flooring, any pop-up here and there. So and I see whether there's a window there because they left the window open, the water came in. So it could be any other reasons, right?
Yeah.
So these are things that we actively watch out during a viewing.
I think there were 2 cases that we closed recently that this became a problem. But we had advised the buyer early before they put in an offer to get a waterproofing expert or a builder that has the resources to check. To go in to make an assessment first and give them that ballpark number about whether it's an issue that is easily resolvable or it needs a lot more work.
Yep.
Now, why is that so? Because it's more important for them to get a ballpark of how much it costs them to do. Because, if we are laymen, we'll just say, never mind, just paint over. But it keeps coming back.
Yeah.
So the key to the secret is to find the source, right? We also learn from the waterproofing experts, like how do we find the source of the leak, from the roof, from the balcony, from the external wall. All this waterproofing, they need to do hacking, need to redo the wall and everything to make sure that it's finished nicely. Now this involves a lot of work and hacking. So sometimes that would be the insurance that we are trying to buy our buyers before they make that commitment.
Absolutely. Apart from the insurance, it's also the peace of mind. You know, it's not just for the buyer, but also for us, because we know that we have done this due diligence right for them, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Of course, sometimes people will go in a house and smell like a lot, like the house like freshly painted.
That's a sign, bro. That's a sign. You know, that's why I say, you go for viewing, right? The agents always will doll up the house one. Very nice. So you have to look past these things.
Yeah.
You know,
So waterproofing is obviously one of the issues that will happen. Doesn't matter the house old or new. Some old houses don't have waterproofing issue. They are built well. Some newer houses also have waterproofing issues. So it doesn't mean the age of the property matters. It could be just the standard of work or just the protection.
You're absolutely right, bro. It's the quality of work, workmanship. Because after a number of years, it starts to show.
So the two deals that I had raised specifically were both a waterproofing issue. One was a really old house. And it's very clear that there was a leak. So we brought a waterproofing expert to check it out. And another house was more of you can see all the bubbling on the wall. And you touch like maybe some of the cracks, and then they tried to infill before. But you can see it coming out. So we also got a professional, or we advised the client to bring his trusted contractor along to check it out. So these are the things that we find that matters. If not, it will be a extra cost for you.
Absolutely. So that Rama sums up red flag number 2.
3.
3. Bad drainage. Like, you know...
the water never clear.
Water never clear. Because you see, landed houses, right, unlike condominiums, okay, there may be drains that pass through the house, pass under the house, and then ends up at the back of the house. So actually there's drainage in the house at the bottom. So, but some houses you can see them, some houses you cannot see them. Okay? Those houses you cannot see them, most probably the owner who bought that place, right, already did up their A&A to cover it up because they don't want to see all these things. Right?
So sometimes whilst the intent of the seller is good, they have done some works to it, but the people that they engage to do are not too well versed in it, and then they do patchwork. And as they do patchwork, then you'll realize that a lot of things, you can start seeing like watermarks or algae, whatever. When it rains heavily, the water will puddle and stuff like that.
Exactly. One way to check this is, again, the exit point, whether the water is flowing smoothly or it is not, because then there might be a choke. But let me also share with you all, there are other expert level buyers, because there's many levels of buyers. The expert level buyers, right, even before they go for viewing, right, if they really like a plot, a land, they look at the shape, they like the price, okay, this is good, but I know I need to do up this house.
Nobody will like the price lah. Everything now.
I mean, you're right. That's the latest stage. But at least it covers most of the requirements. Then they'll say, hey, Harvey, Rama, can you help me buy the plans for the drainage? I want to see first. Whether it goes through the house, side of the house, the next door house, I want to see that first because they are planning ahead. This is expert level already.
Confirm. But before you reach the expert level, because these people probably have made multiple transactions before, of course at the table...
Multiple mistakes.
At the table, we are for Dummy 101. So you don't have to be an expert. You just go with us and have a look. So obviously buying all these plans will mean gibberish to you because you don't know what it means. Right?
Reading the plans
it could be gibberish. So one of the most... scary things could be like if there's a drainage reserve in your house, if you intend to do recon, they might ask you to vest the land, you might lose land and things like that, which we won't go into detail. But of course, if you are with us, we will work exclusively with us, we'll go into the depth of it.
So if you are in the market looking for a house and you really like it and you haven't done this and you're unsure, then just DM us. Right?
But if you're looking for a house that you want a pool but you don't want to build it, then such houses are suitable for you because when they puddle, then your kid can play in the swimming pool in your car porch.
Hey, bro, this is the first time you are starting to cry. Very nice, I like the joke.
Free play, bro.
Didn't expect that from you.
Recently, our viewers say we're very serious, but we're trying to get used to the new environment as well. So of course, red flag number 3 is, actually it's not that we never talk about it, but we've never put it in an angle this way as to what constitutes not knowing this. Like the impact, it could be financial, but it also could be that feeling of, if I knew this, it's okay, I may still buy it. But it's good that I know it first so that my mind is prepared to deal with it.
Correct.
So red flag number 4 is quite typical, but again, spoken to death for, in our channel for other people, they never say. But in our channel, we've talked about this many times, which is your M&E, your mechanical and electrical.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, mechanical and electrical plumbing, this one is actually very straightforward. You just ask the seller, you do before or not? Then the seller, if they answer you, yes, means they're done before. The seller answer you, I don't know. When I bought the house, it's like that already. I don't know whether the previous owner did. Means they never do lah.
Correct.
So that is also an answer ma.
Yep.
So what are the easy ways to check M&E, bro?
Bro, you one look at the switch, you already know already. Another thing is you go to the circuit breaker box, you can also see some signs which I'm not going to share because I'm not an expert in it.
I want retro leh. Maybe I want retro look leh. I deliberately go Malaysia to buy the switch look like old school one leh.
Then your marketing agent better do a good job by saying what he just did. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hey, now so property very easy.
Yeah. How?
This is living room. This is toilet. Then just walk around house tour and just do this. Can you what?
That's like a
tour
guide for a property viewing.
If I hot chick, I'll do that, bro. I just walk around, just do this.
Oh, that one. Hey, I got it.
But anyway, to go back to the point, it's like if you see a lot of like old looking stuff, DB box. Actually, you go to the DB, you will see the distribution board, right? You will see whether the works have been done to it. And of course, there are a lot more things to look like. Some aircon trunking, some people also don't understand why got all this aircon trunking outside. Because last time they do patchwork. They upgraded from the old last time in your wall, then they put the old box. Then after that they renovate. Then they start putting in the new AC blowers, right? Then they do the trunking. So all this could be just trunking also. It may not be a big issue.
So the other thing is, right, wiring. Okay, this wiring usually they are concealed in today's designs and builds. They are all concealed.
Yes.
But when I say concealed, how is the workmanship? Is it concealed behind the walls?
Yeah.
Okay, or they are concealed on top of a cornice where you don't even know what they have done. Because you can't see all this, man. You're not going to go for viewing and then open up and see what's on top, right?
No, bro. They're just concealed from your eye only. What you don't know won't hurt you, bro.
Yes.
That's HO.
Yep.
But if you want to have a house that is modern and forward, right, future-proof, right, of course you will want all these to be done. And because they haven't done it right, again, if you are unsure and if you don't know what you're dealing with, you may not factor this into your cost. So that's why it's a red flag. Man.
Yes.
Now, what is a red flag that, he never do? Is this a red flag that really will stop the deal? Again, no. You can still make good, but again, the red flag is money, ma.
Correct.
It's something that you will have to do and then it will cost you money and it will cost you time.
But
time
for the
is
M&E,
money,
got one green flag also, bro.
What?
Suddenly they do very nice thing like the EV charging station.
Nice,
one there got solar panel. These are the green flags.
But good lah.
Okay, yeah. But again, you can ask this question, who did this? Did they do it?
Yeah.
Or that was before that, yeah.
Yeah, so some people also may do like cosmetic M&E lah, like they drop the false ceiling, then they put the LED lights. That one also considered reno because to them is make good ma.
Yep.
But actually what we're talking about is really the bones, right? The guts, like what's inside.
Yep.
So if it needs a serious overhaul, then it means serious money also.
Yep.
So again, money is money lah. So if the electrical look like it belonged to your grandparents' era, then
confirm lah.
yeah lah. You don't have Gen Z convenience without Gen Z level reno.
Yes.
Correct or not, bro?
Correct, bro.
Your kids is Gen
Bro, I only know I Zen X.
But your kids,
I don't know, bro.
I don't even have kids, so I don't know.
Because if I say the wrong
I'm
thing,
a boomer, bro.
No, you're not boomer, bro. You're
boomer.
not boomer.
Why my nephew?
If I'm not boomer, you're not boomer.
My nephew needs to call me boomer. He say I'm boomer. But anyway, up to now, this is the most important red flag, but also the most difficult to talk about.
Absolutely.
In a video.
The last one, the fifth, sneaky,
which is extensions and setbacks.
Yeah.
Actually,
illegal extensions.
I'll say illegal lah.
Okay lah, by left.
No, some of them they don't know ma. Then they ask the contractor, they come from Malaysia, the uncle say, oh, 你要怎样做? You want to do this or not? Also can. You want to do this? Also can. So maybe they cover the front porch, they cover the side, they extend and everything enclosed. Then the house like, wow!
Yep.
Sibei ho se. The house sibei big, sibei ho tan.
Correct.
But how leh?
Just don't submit only long. Because they most probably didn't lah. Because if they really did, right, then this would not be approved lah. But then, look at the bright side. A lot of people do that as part of their A&A.
Yeah.
And then the house looks really nice.
Yeah.
And like what Harvey just said, it increases the build-up as
Yeah.
well.
Again, sometimes we really must understand that a lot of sellers, they may not know what they are doing is not right. Because they buy a piece of land and in their eyes, the old school people will feel that, oh, this house is my land ma. So anything I want to do to the house that is for my living needs, I do. As long as I don't disturb my neighbor, it's okay ma. But nowadays, buyers are also more savvy. They're also more worried that there's some things that they buy into that are not it's not in line with regulation.
Yep.
It puts us in a very difficult position as well.
Yes.
Not because we're selling or buying, but because when we deal with a house like that, when we're selling for that person, it's also sometimes we'll be upfront and tell them that, hey, this is something that we have no records.
But you know what the seller says, right? Hey, bros.
When I buy,
already like that already.
It's true, ma.
I took over the thing lah.
Then it's true, ma.
Yep.
So we will tell the buyer that's coming to see the house that last time they buy already like it's true, ma.
So up to you lah. You want to take over your,
Yeah.
But the important thing is, again, like I said, fate can play its game in any way possible. Today, you take over this.
Oh, I say until fate, bro.
You take over this, right? Then
Yeah.
you're happy already.
Yeah.
Then one fine day, your neighbor or 1-2 houses away, the house gets sold, another buyer comes and then he say, hey, I want to do up this house. I want to do like this guy's house.
Correct.
Then the contractor will say, but that one is not approved. Not approved ah? Wow, complain eh?
Yeah.
Or complain for whatever reason, maybe your relationship is not good. Wow, then, this kind of thing has happened before lah.
So it is also not a case whereby they are sinister. It's just that they are also as clueless. So they just ask and then they realize that, hey, other people can do why I cannot. Right? So unfortunately, that may not play out to your final outcome, but it happens. So recently I had a chat with my architect. He said one of our clients also bought into something like that. And when they were submitting to do some works, it didn't match the as-built, so they had to make amendments to the house.
Right.
So that is what happens, and unfortunately, when the person bought the house, they already bought. So it is what it is.
And it can be costly, right?
It is costly, bro.
Yeah.
If you do something in front of your house, then you have to make good.
Yep.
Can you imagine? It's just like you cut away the front of the house. It's quite impossible, right? So it costs you. It's possible, but it will cost you a lot of money. And at some point, the cost may be so overwhelming that some may just decide that they might have to talk to authorities to work something out, or they might have to find funds to do up the changes to the house.
Actually, one of the most common illegal extensions, right, I find is at the back of the house, bro. I wouldn't say it's an extension, but in an enclosement. Can I use that word?
Enclosure.
Enclosure, yeah. They actually enclose the space when it's supposed to be left open. And you need to understand the reason why it's supposed to be left open, because it's a safety issue, safety exit, fire exit. In case of fire, there must be possible exit points. So these are reasons why these rules are put in place. But look on the bright side. I mean, not bright side. Look on the other side. The advantage is when you enclose it, right, then you can have aircon.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you don't have any pests coming in. You don't have any water coming in. You don't have any security issues, people jumping over. Or the other house can see this house. These are reasons why people do these things, right?
Which is why navigating the landed space is not so straightforward. Unfortunately, it is a go-to for a lot of people nowadays. Aspirationally, they want to buy a landed house, but they find it increasingly difficult that there are more and more rules that they were unaware of from their parents' time until now. Some of them, the parents have landed home. They go with them to view the house. They also don't know what setback, they don't understand all this also. And last time, no social media, nobody talk about it, right? So everything is like, oh, I must go and read up. Then now things have changed and everyone wants to just be safe lah.
Yep,
You know,
absolutely.
we try to navigate the space as much as we can. We represent the buy side. We ask the right questions, but unfortunately, sometimes they are not very forthcoming with the information.
Yep.
So we at Max will tell our buyers that, hey, you know what, this is at Max that we can tell you, based on our experience, right, that there could be some things that we feel that are a bit not in line.
Yep.
But that's as much as we can do. It's either we buy as as is where is condition.
Yep.
And then at the end of the day, if you're going to do some renovation works, maybe you will find a chance to make good lah.
Yep.
Right. So, Rama, just to give we have 5 red flags.
Yes, that's right.
So let's summarize for our viewers. Please do a quick recap.
All right, the first one we spoke about was the cracks and what do you call sloping floors or sunken in floors and all these things. That was red flag number 1. And then the other one was water stains lah, roof leaking lah, and all these things. Remember? And third one was, what did we talk about third one?
Drainage levels.
Drainage stuff, which is the more chim one.
Yeah lah.
And then of course number 4 being the electrical M&E stuff. And number 5 being the illegal extensions, or Harvey don't want me to use the word illegal, extensions lah. And other things that has been done to the house that's most likely not approved lah.
It's not that I don't want to use the word illegal, but it is true that we have dealt with owners that really didn't know what they were doing is wrong.
Yep.
They really do wrong.
Absolutely. So if you guys are watching us, right, I'm sure you would have experienced such red flags before, or you might have already bought into one that had these red flags. So share with us your experience, and so that the rest of the viewers also can hear your story. Yep.
I'm sure, because we've also had clients who bought stuff and then they told us that they had to face a massive bill, right?
Yep.
And I mean, really, just to share, they really mentioned that, hey, thanks for having this channel, because moving forward, right, when they want to do something right, they don't call themselves expert, but they want to bring us on board and make sure that they don't make the same mistake twice, right?
Yep.
So
to you, Harvey, what is of these 5, right, which is the most critical red flag for you?
I think the setbacks and extensions.
Yes, those are the costly ones, bro.
No, because that one is the most, you see, it comes with the house. No matter you talk, in our previous, talk about locations and condition of house, these are big umbrellas. But when you really want to go in and you look at the house, right, then you'll be like, wow, like out of all these, right, which are the ones that you really have to navigate?
Yep.
So to me, I think structural cracks are tough and sloping floors. That's why we say good luck to the buyer who bought that house.
Yep.
And very smart of the agent to sell that house, because there must be a lot of things that he or she didn't point out.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And of course, extensions. So, Rama, what about you? Which one?
I would actually think, for me, the extensions are not a big problem, because I know what I'm buying into, because I already know that these are the illegal stuff. So I need to play around with it and make good, or I don't need to rebuild, right? So for me, more so of sloping, sunken in, because I think those are the foundational issues, and I think more expensive stuff. Water leakage, these are big concerns of mine.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Yeah. What do you think would be something that you are concerned about, and what do you think are the things that would scare you the most? So, actually, again, right, at the table, right, we don't call ourselves experts for everything, but we are definitely in the market long enough to see enough houses to know what it raises our antenna, like we say, or it gives us that feeling that we need to look a bit deeper into stuff.
Yep.
And recently, I'm dealing with a client as well, and we had actually been looking at a house that seemed to have some issues, and I also advised the seller to do some checks and to regularize some things, because they previously did a submission but it wasn't completed. My buyer was happy that I found out about this, and I'm helping both the seller and the buyer to navigate the situation. It's not that we are not buying the house, but we need to make good what is not finished before we can actually complete this deal. So therefore, again, Rama and I are in the business of, even if it means sometimes we point out something to you, right, then it worries you enough for you not to buy the house. It's also good. Because we also don't want to do a deal there, at the end of the day, you are worried, then it makes us worried also. So, again, at the table, we have been quite forthcoming with sharing. And we have had this channel for 2 years plus already. And if you look back at the catalog of all the videos that we've done before, I think we have selflessly shared with you a lot of stuff, but not many people caught on to the channel.
Yep.
But as the channel subscription continues to grow, right, we also find more and more like responsibility towards this segment to bring more and more buyers into the segment and really handhold you through the process. I think although we mentioned like selling house so easy, blah blah blah, right? Like you walk around and do this, right? It's a joke, but it's true lah. It is some of them very easy to sell house. But for us, I think it's a bit tougher because we have to try and do our very best, right, to deliver the best outcome to you. So if you like what you watched so far, please comment about what you think is your red flag that we missed out. Or we can come up with another list of 5 red flags if you give us enough pointers. And if you like what you watched so far, subscribe and turn on the notification button. We are on every Saturday at 6 p.m. And now we also have all our shorts and stuff like that to have nuggets that you can share with your friends. If you find it useful, you can share with them. And you can introduce and refer your friends to us if they are looking to do more in the landed space.
That's right.
In Singapore. We also do sell to purchase mandates as well. So thank you. And Rama, any last words?
I want to say something in Tamil. Minuvadalam ponnala. That means not everything that's shiny is diamond. Yeah, that's appropriate for this red flag topic.
Right. I want to say something in Hokkien. Sui ye msi gong ho. Ho ye maybe it's not sui. Okay, can or not?
But you use English, bro.
Okay. I must censor the thing. Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you and see you in our next episode.